Welcome and good evening to a new number of the week. Starting from last Sunday, where the President of the Republic, Al-Majid Tebboune, ordered the installation of the Supreme Council of Energy as soon as possible to assign it to the task of foresight and evaluation in this field. A national campaign will also be launched to monitor the technology of home heaters that run on natural gas while redefining the standards for importing home heaters, taking into account safety standards and energy mines or energy transition, in addition to banning the use of wood in housing construction projects and replacing it with PVC in order to preserve forest wealth. Also, on the cabinet meeting, the President of the Republic gave a period of 3 months to switch to the use of solar energy in public institutions and state facilities, especially the health and education sector. The same statement added that all municipalities' solar energy in public lighting. The President of the Republic chaired the meeting of the Council of Ministers, and this, or where it was devoted to studying and approving a draft organic law that would amend and supplement the organic law concerning the competencies, organization and work of the Council of States, and a draft law amending and supplementing the law of legal aid. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the National Community Abroad announced the accreditation of 2 ambassadors to Algeria, the Republic of Korea and Canada. The Korean government has approved the accreditation of Mohammed bin Sabri as Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria to the Republic of Korea. The Canadian government also approved the accreditation of Noureddin Baghdad Daij as Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of People's Democratic Republic of Algeria to Canada. President of the Republic, Al-Majid Tebboune, received Monday in a ceremony at the Palace of the People in Algiers the President and the members of the Constitutional Court as they take up their duty. The ceremony took place in the presence of the Speaker of the Council of the Nation, Saleh Goujil, the Speaker of the People's National Assembly, Brahim Boughali, Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Ayman bin Abd al-Rahman, former President of the Constitutional Court, Kamel Fennish, or Council, Kamel Fennish, the Chief of Staff of the People National Army, Lieutenant General Said Shingriha, the Minister of Justice, Abdelrashid Tabbi, members of the government, advisors of the President of the Republic, and other senior officials. The Constitutional Court is made up of members appointed by the President of the Republic, namely Omar Belhaj, President, Leila Aslawi Bahri, Saadallah and Misbah Mennas, elected members, namely Jilali Miloudi from the Supreme Court and Amal al-Din Boulenwar from the Council of State, as well as professors of the Constitutional Law, Fatiha bin Abou, Abdel Wahab Kharif, Abbas Ammar, Abdel Hamid Ouskin, Omar Boudief, and Mohammed Boufartas. The President of the Constitutional Court is appointed to 1 6-year term. The other members serve 1 6-year term, half of whom are renewed every 3 years. The People's National Army Production Units participated in the 6th edition of the International Handling Salon 2021 Algiers from November 22 to 25 at the Exhibition Salon or Palace in Maritime Pin in Algiers. This iconic demonstration was an occasion to get a closer look at the institutions and production units of the National People's Army. Similar to the light mechanical industries, heavy electronic industries, renovation and maintenance of weapons and electronic systems, these demonstration also fell within the framework of efforts aimed at strengthening the national industries sector and handling to rise the level of integration. It also aimed to achieve competitive national production on the national market and export levels. And staying on the same file, where Sonatrach also participated in the activities of the International Exhibition of Industrial Handling organized at the Exhibition Palace. The opening ceremony was attended by Dawood Mohammed, Central Director of Logistics and Supply, accompanied by a delegation of high-ranking officials and technicians from various directorates of the company. The participation of Sonatrach and its subsidiaries in these events came to perpetuate the direction of Sonatrach to activate the industrial handling system and support local integration in order to revitalize the national industrial fabric. This occasion also constituted an opportunity for Sonatrach to present its policy regarding the promotion of local content, which was signed by the CEO of Sonatrach during the current year. And on Tuesday, Abdelmajid Tebboune, President of the Republic, chaired a working session with heads of accredited diplomatic missions to countries in the Arab, Mashriq and Iran, according to a statement by the Presidency of the Republic. The meeting focused on the importance of strengthening the ties of connection that bind our community to the homeland and redoubling efforts to take care of its preoccupations. President Tebboune also emphasized the good performance of the diplomatic corps in the new vision of foreign policy, instructing the ambassadors to ensure the consolidation of relations with brotherly countries. And also on Tuesday, Minister of Foreign Affairs and National Community Abroad, Ramadan Al-Amamra, started a working visit to Brazzaville, capital of the Congo Republic, as a special envoy of President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune. This visit by Al-Amamra falls within the tradition of consultation and coordination between the two countries on issues of common interest, especially at the continental level, and in particular with regard to the work of the High-Level Committee of the African Union on Libya, chaired by the President of the Republic of the Congo, Denis Sassou Sassou Nguesso. And on Wednesday, members of the National Assembly unanimously approved 13 bills regarding orders related to the sectors of justice, national defense, finance, interior and social security, in addition to the supplementary finance law for the year 2021. Within this framework, a draft law was approved, including approval of an order to amend the military pensions law and an order related to the general basic law for military employees. After the vote, the Minister of Relations with Parliament said that the two texts aim to value the role of the two armies and keep it away from any political bets and make the former soldiers away from compromising the stability of the army and national unity. And on Thursday, Tunisian Prime Minister Najla Bouden arrived in Algeria for a one-day working visit. The Tunisian Prime Minister was received at Houari Boumediene International Airport by Prime Minister Ayman Ben Abdelrahman and Foreign Affairs Minister Ramadan Al-Amamra. The visit comes within the framework of confirming the quality of the bilateral relations that bring together the two brotherly countries, as well as the common will to consolidate and strengthen these relations in various fields. The Ministry of Interior and Local Authorities has taken special measures in anticipation of local elections. According to a ministry statement, the measures start from last Friday, November 26 at midnight until Sunday, November 28 at 5 in the morning. The measures include postponing all sports and cultural events previously programmed during the period to a later date, close the weekly markets of all kinds, prohibiting the movement of good transport vehicles, all building materials, as well as fuel tanks, banning the transportation of goods by rail. In the end, the ministry confirmed that these measures do not mean at all the daily activity of wholesale, semi-wholesale and retail markets for vegetables and fruits, as well as the traffic of vehicles charged with the normal supply of the population with or foodstuffs, which remain normal. And on the same file, Friday, Minister of Communication Mohamed Bouslimani visited the International Press Center to determine the readiness of receiving journalists in covering the local elections, where he confirmed the provision of all material and human means to facilitate the work of the national and foreign media. On the eve of the municipal and state elections, Mohamed Bouslimani confirmed that 60 accreditations were granted to foreign media outlets represented in Algeria to cover the 2021 localities to ensure coverage of the course of the news scheduled for today, Saturday. It is worth noting that the Ministry of Communication received nearly 1,500 accreditation requests from various media outlets to cover localities. The center was provided with the necessary technical equipment to facilitate the work of journalists. The Parliament has approved a radical change in the social subsidy policy after the MPS or MPC passed a measure provided by the Finance Act 2022 on the creation of a national compensation scheme for the benefit of eligible households. We ended this number. Give you an appointment next week.